Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 97 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And it's a beautiful day here in the city of Toronto. The sky is blue with a few puffy clouds, although it might be colder than it looks outside. We're getting into that time of the year where it's starting to get chilly here in this country of Canada. So summer is slowly dwindling, but it looks very nice outside. And I'm your host, Scott Dion Brown, and Regine, my co-host, is normally here, but today she's actually out of town with family. But we miss you, Regine, and we'll see you next week. We miss you and we're thinking of you. But I'm here today, and we've got a packed show, actually, ladies and gentlemen. We are joined by, I think this is the first time we've had this many people on the show at once, so I'm kind of excited about it. It's quite exciting, and I think we should just bring them all in right away. Oh, actually, wait. Before I do, let me say hi to people. Skullboy Gamers in the chat, good morning. Maria Brown, hi mom, good morning. Zai Dab 21, you're here. Hey, what's up, man? Good morning. Sans, hey Scott. I am Sans the Skeleton. Hey, hello Sans. Hello, welcome. How you guys all doing? You should have a gaming channel. Zai, I just put it all on one channel. That's just the way we go. Oh, and Regine is here in the chat as well. Regine couldn't be here, but she's here in the chat. Good morning, Regine. Sad to be missing the show, but thanks for holding down the fort. Thanks, Regine. I will do my best, but miss you dearly, and I know there'll be nobody there to bring me back if I stray off topic, so I'll do my best. But here we are. All right, let's meet our guests, ladies and gentlemen. There are 4 of them in the chat. And I'm thinking I'm not going to introduce them all one at a time. I think let's get them to introduce themselves. But I will bring them in. There's kind of, you guys will see. It's a large split screen. That's why if I do one at a time, then everyone else is waiting around, and we already see everybody's faces. So let's just bring them all in, and we'll get them to introduce themselves one at a time. That makes sense. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guests. We have people from Artist Movement Productions and the director of the Star Magic Workshop, Rahyan Carlos. Here they all are, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, people.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
All right, so let's get each person to introduce themselves, say a bit about themselves. We'll start with you, Rahyan, since I've got you at the top right here.
Yeah, hi. Good morning. I'm the head of the training department of Star Magic, and I've been doing teaching acting for the past 22 years already. I've been a director and scriptwriter for the past 24 years already, and this is my first time to collaborate our department with ABS-CBN's training arm in Star Magic with the Artist Movement Production with my good friends Chalen, Richelle, and Arya. Hi.
Awesome. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys. Next up, let's have Ariel introduce himself.
Hi guys. Good morning. My name is Ariel. Just so glad and happy to not only be part of this show, but in collaboration with Rahyan Carlos, Star Magic ABS-CBN, and my great partners, Richelle, Everton, and Chalen. So we've put this partnership together with the helps of my two amazing partners, and obviously Direct Rahyan Carlos. So excited and looking forward to the show. And next up is Challen.
All right. Thanks for just putting me on the spot there, Ariel. Thank you so much for the kind words. Hello, everybody. Good morning and good evening, Philippines and that part of the world. Very fortunate to have Direct Rahyan here with us also, because he's had a long day and it's like 11 p.m. at night there. So thank you so much, Direct. I'm a member of Artist Movement Productions, and we're so proud to bring Star Magic Workshops available here to Canada online, so that we can elevate those who want to be performers or want to get into the industry. And this is our chance to receive that higher level of training. All right. But enough about me. Let's bring on Rochelle.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I guess it's sunny outside, so it's a good day. Welcome to the show, and thanks for having us, Scott, in your show. So my name is Rochelle Everton, and I'm one of the Artist Movement Productions Inc. And it's actually, I don't know, it's a good collaboration with Direct Rahyan, and this is a great opportunity for us Canadians to have this training. It's an honor to have it here for us. So like Challen said, it's I'm not good at this live show, but
You're doing great. You're doing great.
So level up. This is a chance for all of us to acting, dance, voice, and even conversational Tagalog, right, Scott?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I will benefit from it as well. Exactly. Well, why don't we start? You guys tell people a little bit about, I guess, what's Star Magic, what's behind Star Magic, what does it do? Because it's basically behind a lot of some of the biggest stars, right, on television. So let's hear a little bit about it. How does it all work?
Direct Rahyan would probably be able to answer.
Okay. I've been handling the training department of Star Magic. Star Magic is part of is primarily the management and the training arm of the biggest network in the Philippines, which is ABS-CBN. And ever since even the pandemic, even now that it's pandemic, we're still continuing our training for the actors, not only for the actors, but for those wannabes. So I handled the training since 2008, but I've been training acting, writing, and film and TV production workshops since 1998. And if for the Filipino community, they're familiar that most of the actors of ABS-CBN are not just good, but they're really good, and I can boast on that. So what we're offering, what we're doing in with my actors, we will offer that to the Filipino Canadian or even to foreigners, because the vernacular of teaching will be English as well. So we will offer what we're doing with our local stars here, and not only that, I will also teach the Chabak technique. Ivana Chabak is my mentor, who's trained 60% of, I think, 60 to 70% of Academy Award nominees and winners. She had a book, The Power of the Actor, and I've trained with her ever since. So we're gonna bring our training in Canada, and I'm so excited to partner with A.M.P.
Awesome. And so part of bringing it to Canada is where A.M.P. gets involved, right? That's where the partnership was formed. So tell us a little bit about Artist Movement Productions. Whoever wants to jump in can.
Artist Movement Productions initially was inspired. As you know, Scott, actually, Ariel Fina, my daughter, she had gone through a lot of training. She's been to many academies, many workshops, many schools, and is now joining Colonel Carter, which you're a part of, Scott. And
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, and so she's on her fourth day now in school studying drama. But prior to that, she did a lot of concerts. She did singing. She did dance. She just recently enrolled in Tagalog, and she did a lot of modeling. We've done a lot of concerts, and in the process of it all, we ended up going to Wacopa. She won the triple gold in modeling and acting, and I was being asked a lot of questions about how did you get started, what do you do in regards to performing arts, and throughout the experience, I thought that maybe we could use something here in Canada where we could utilize not only the talent we have, showcase them, provide the right guidance, training, and development. And that's where Challen and Rochelle came in. Not only are they experts in their field, but it made us not only a good team to collaborate on this, but it became a thing for us to be involved. And that's where we met Rahyan Carlos in the Philippines. And our goal is to empower artists to pursue their dreams. And I think this is the first step with not only the collaboration with Rahyan Carlos, but with his teachers who are well known in the industry, who have not only trained artists in the Philippines, but I think if you want to level up your training, this is where we can provide you that type of excellence and standard, not only in performing arts, but in the industry. So it's empowering the artists to pursue their dreams. That would be the tagline for Artist Movement Productions. Anything else you want to add, Challen, Rochelle?
Yeah, I was. So I've had some like performing experiences here, like on stage and in front of the camera and stuff. And then when I went to the Philippines to meet Direct Ryan, I somewhat I was like, oh, okay, so he'll come aboard, he'll tweak our talents here just a little bit. And my God, like it's not a tweak, like it's a canyon. The difference in training that we get here compared to over there, like it's Hollywood quality. And my confidence went to like this when I saw his students perform or his graduates perform. And that's where I felt like, you know what, we really need this. And even with the pandemic hitting, it's like, you know what, art doesn't stop for anybody. So, we're glad that Direct Ryan decided to, hey, you know what, let's do it online. Like it's possible. He did experiments, it worked. We're here.
Amazing.
Exactly.
And so, did you have anything else to add, Rochelle?
I don't know, like I'm not really into I'm in the modeling and I'm not really into acting, or I actually do sing a little bit, but I thought this was a good opportunity for all of us.
Yeah.
Very cool.
To piggyback on what they had mentioned, the team of Star Magic, Rahyan Carlos and his coaches, we were supposed to have them here during the summer to provide a workshop. Unfortunately, pandemic happened, and we made lemonade out of lemons and made this a thing now for online, and doing well. And look forward to all the students enrolling and for you guys to have the elevated training.
Actually, I think Ariel, I think we've gone beyond lemonade. I think we're at sangria level now that we turned lemons into.
Sangria, I like it. Mimosas, There you go.
Delicious.
I know. Yeah.
So that's what I was going to ask next. So what is the workshop? I guess what can somebody expect who wants to enroll and be part of the workshop? So now, it's an online workshop. So is it how long is the course? Like how does it exactly work?
Well, it depends on what if for acting, for example, for acting, it's a 3.5 hour, it's a 14 session. Basically, the workshop is a 14 sessions, and each session is about 3 hours. Half an hour is like lag time. So, and for voice, it's 2.5. Yes, right, Direct. So it's about
Yeah.
2.5 hours, but it's 12 sessions. So it's kind of stretched out twice a week. For acting is only once a week, and dance is twice a week as well. And that's about same thing, about 2.5 hours. And it's a 10 week course. Sorry, 10 sessions.
So
So
it's
it all
quite
depends.
intensive then. It sounds
Yes,
like
it
it's a
is,
very
Yeah.
wide-ranging
At the
type
end of
of,
it, you
course.
will definitely see a result. And we do. There's going to be a recital at the end of, and you will definitely see a result.
And you get certification from
Yeah.
Mr. Direct Rahyan Carlos himself and Star Magic and his staff. So the coach who will be teaching the course and or whichever category you pursue. So yeah, exciting.
And at the same time, that's our opportunity as well, if we can discover talents as well from
Absolutely.
the Filipino Canadians who are very good, and for all you know, soon they can be actors here or there. They can use that training, definitely.
Yeah, and Direct, I think we're waiting on Scott to confirm his sign up.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
I'd be a good candidate.
Throw my hat in the ring there. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Scott is guapo. You know that, Scott? Scott is foggy.
And suddenly he understands Tagalog. Amazing how it works. The
Just
only
I
Tagalog
understood a few
he
words.
knows.
I understood those ones. Yeah, I've heard those.
You know that?
Yeah.
I want to piggyback on not only the workshop details. Normally in the Philippines, if you join Star Magic Workshop, especially for acting, normally Direct Rahyan Carlos would only be available to teach you after you've gone through introductory, beginner, advanced, and then masterclass is when he teaches the students. But the exclusiveness of A.M.P having the collaboration with Star Magic for Canada, even at the start of the introductory for kids, teens, and acting, you will get Direct Rahyan Carlos as your coach, as your teacher, your mentor from the start, which is
Absolutely
exciting. It's amazing. And this is only for
Awesome.
Canada. You get taught by the best of the best.
Because in the workshop,
How
we
cool.
have, in the acting for teens and adults, we have 4 levels. It's introductory, which is, of course, the basic, the foundations. We have the advanced level 1 and the advanced level 2. And, of course, the master class. The master class students are those people who are working in the industry already, or those participants who worked their way up, wherein they earned their way up from the introductory level going to the advanced level, up to the master class. Here in the Philippines, we practice tough love, and you really need to earn your way up going to the master class. And everybody's excited to the master class. Like, right, Chalan, you've experienced auditing my master class, and
Absolutely.
you saw most of the students there, and everybody is really eyeing to go to the master class. And not to boast or anything, but to most students coming from scratch, at least 2 years before they can get to the master class, unless they have credentials already that they are second lead or already actors that needs to put in. Of course, they need to have some skill already before they can get to the master class. And of course, I will be the one to teach the introductory level in Canada. And of course, it's a privilege. Of course, it's a privilege always. And I think this is such a blessing that even in the pandemic times, we can still continue our training in the creative arts. And I believe that there's no pandemic or anything that can hinder us to continue our growth in the performing arts.
Yeah, if you need any examples of Direct Ryan's work, just go to something called Netflix, and then just type on Philippine movies, and 80% of the actors there have gone through this workshop. That's how intense it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. There you
Quite
go.
intimidating
Regine.
to be there, actually.
Yeah.
Very
That's-
intimidating.
You'll
No,
be,
everybody's
you'll be-
welcome to my workshop. Yeah, for as long as you can make time. Yeah, they don't need to be intimidated. I don't need any resumes or any work experiences. For as long as you can make time. I always tell actors, I always tell anybody who's interested in this field that time is your friend. That's the most important thing. Because this is all about waiting. This is all about opportunities. But the most important thing in this kind of business is hard work.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Regine in the chat says, I'm waiting. Oh, when you guys were saying I should sign up, Regine says, hi, I'm waiting for that too. Yeah, Regine. Okay. Yes. Probably will. And Canadian.
It's actually.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, you go.
I was just gonna say, perfect timing for Regine to ask, because you guys can now join tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those who may be interested, we can have you register for the free orientation. In the orientation, not only will you get to meet the coaches, Direct Ryan, you can have a chat. You get an overview of each workshop or each category, ask your questions, address your concerns, and have a personal conversation with the coach that you want to enroll in. And then we want to promote also a scholarship
Yes.
that we're providing. So great news. I just want to give a shout out to a few people. So Tita Mitzi Fegal from Mystify Bags, Rom Nami for skincare, and Tita Agnes as well, sponsoring us already in regards to not only scholarship for one lucky student, maybe two, maybe three. We're waiting on more scholarships, so we're looking forward to all you guys reaching out. But basically, one student for now, we're waiting to get more, can get a scholarship to a workshop that will be available, and the workshops are as follows. So it's introductory kids acting, introductory acting for teens and adults, voice, dance, and conversational Tagalog. So thank you to all the sponsors. We truly appreciate it. If you want to be a part of the audition to get a scholarship, send in a 1-minute video to A.M.P. And tonight, join us on our free orientation at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested, message Scott, message me, Rochelle, Challen, get on and get to see us for yourselves and experience the free orientation.
Yay.
Just to add more to
Awesome.
that, if you could, if anybody's interested, a 60-minute video, you could send it to workshops@amp-ed.com.
Sorry, that's 60 seconds.
60 seconds, yes.
Yeah. Not an hour.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You don't need a
That's, yeah.
60
Send your
seconds.
hour-long videos. They will watch all of them. They'll watch every single one.
Send your feature films.
You have to watch all of them by 8. So to send in the video, that's to that's not, they don't have to send that in by 8 o'clock tonight. Tonight, anybody can go see the orientation at 8 o'clock tonight, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So 8 o'clock tonight,
Till
and
the
then
end of the month.
oh yeah, go
So
ahead.
they have until the end of the month to. The first workshop starts first week of October, so we would like to have the entries all in, basically before the end of the month. So the coaches have time to review, and select the winner.
I see. Cool. And you said if they wanted to, if you do want to see the orientation tonight, the best place is to message one of you guys, or should they? I know that I put a link to the Facebook page, the A.M.P. Facebook page is there. Can they get it from there as well, or what's the best place they should go? Facebook
Shall
page,
I?
sorry.
Yeah. Just click on the link, and it'll bring you to a registration form, and then that'll just tell us that, hey, I'm attending, and then we'll fit you in. Since it's the pandemic, it's a Zoom call. So you're gonna meet other potentials there with you, and then Direct's gonna ask you some tough questions, And I'm joking. Yeah, and you get to see you get to get a glimpse of what you're going to receive at the workshop.
So yeah, basically you if you go on our Facebook page, there's a link there to sign up. So you sign up, and then after you sign up, we will send you a Zoom login information, and then that'll be on for tonight.
Awesome. 8:00 p.m. It's Eastern Standard Time, yeah? Local
Yes.
Toronto.
Yes.
8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We do get other provinces coming in, so that's why we always say EST now, because we forget that like there's Toronto's more than just us in Canada.
Yeah.
See, that's why Canada doesn't like Toronto, because like we think we're in a bubble. But no,
I mean,
Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
yeah.
8 p.m.
There you go. 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. So it's Ryan. It's 12 hours difference, right? So it's what? Just after 11:30 at night.
Almost 12 here.
Because you're the furthest guest we've had on the show. Before that, the furthest one was in the United Kingdom. The first person we've had on that is.
What's the time difference in the UK?
UK was, I think it was a 5-hour difference. So we went on at 11, and it was like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock p.m. I think it was 4 p.m. for them. I believe that's what it was. Yeah, British Standard Time.
But don't worry, I'm always I'm awake at this hour. Usually I'm awake up to the wee hours in the morning. I usually work up late. So
even
it's
when
like
you're sleeping.
it's
Still working.
It's like I'm also there.
And that's the thing with Direct, like because he has a lot of international students now. Like it's literally his work hours is literally 24 hours now, because like he has to deal with.
You know what? It's kind of amazing when we transpose our workshop since May of this year. There's already 19 countries, different countries, is part of our workshops here in Manila. From as far as Switzerland, Papua New Guinea, and London, mostly are from the England and the US. They don't mind doing workshops of Philippine time. So I think that's one of the difference with your workshop, guys, because we will do it your time. And I'm gonna pick up teachers who are awake.
Where's night owls?
Yeah. But I think that's the difference of your workshop. Since we're gonna have of course a different content, and at the same time we're gonna be teaching your time.
Yeah. So another exclusive benefit to Canada. Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
You're welcome.
So before obviously the pandemic hit, most of the workshops you taught were in person, right? In person classes. So how have you found the transition from going from teaching somebody you're working with actors in the room to working with them online? Was that interesting? What was that transition like for you?
Of course, there are pros and cons, Scott, for that. But of course, there's nothing beats the physical workshop. One is you cannot see really the behavior of the actors when training over online. But on the other hand, when we started transposing the workshop online using Zoom, it's like they're acting in front of camera, because you have an audience of one, which is the camera of your gadget, of your laptop or desktop or even cell phones. So there are just rules and regulations because most of the participants are in the comfort of their houses. But other than that, there are pros and cons. But if you'll ask me, of course the best way is the physical workshop. But since we don't have any choice, we transpose it. And to my surprise, like right now we have something like 12 classes ongoing. 12 to 14 classes ongoing for every week using Zoom. And or like right now, I still have teachers who are training introductory class at this moment, and because most of them are usually, since it's a weekend, most of the classes are in the weekend here in the Philippines. So yeah, we just need to have some rules and regulations for the online, but it's kind of fun. Like for example, if we're gonna, I discovered that even using props in the technique, we have what we call doings. When you say doings, it's business in acting, meaning the use of props. Of course, part of the job of the actors are on how to use props so that you can be credible in portraying your character. And in most of our scenes, what if they are eating? How can you do that online? And you're gonna share your lunchbox towards the other person. And this is kind of fun because during the rehearsal, I'll find it amazing. I'll just laugh in the middle of the scene. Of course, how do we do the scene? They're gonna put up the scene. They're gonna rehearse the scene. They're gonna put up the scene, and I'll gonna critique it. And when they present that, let's say, why not you taste it? So the other person will give that to the camera, and they need to have that. Of course, once the other person get that from the camera, it's a different color already. So
Yeah.
magic. It's a different prop already. But of course, though, I'm lenient. See, it's we survive, and it's kind of fun to the students. And I always tell them that, you know what? Every time I see you here, I always see different hearts. I always see my students online like hearts. When I say hearts, because this is something that they dream about, becoming an actor. So it's like I'm a surgeon. It's like I'm a cardiologist, that I can see there's a different hearts here. To the others, there's a healthy heart. To the others are they're still not there. They need some medicine and all that. But for sure, you're gonna have fun in the workshop doing scenes. I will challenge you with different scenes. We use most of our scenes are the Hollywood films, and mostly they can see that in the Netflix or in the other streaming devices.
Awesome. And you know, part of that working on Zoom, I mean, it takes some getting used to, but I think actually it's actually a very good addition to the training, because the entire industry has gone that way as well. Like I know me, I work as an actor here in Toronto, and in-person auditions they're not happening at all anymore. So I've had auditions where you're either sending in self-tape auditions or you're doing a Zoom call with a director, a casting director. And so sort of getting comfortable doing an audition or a performance sort of in your living room with your phone, it's actually an important part of working in the industry now. So it makes a lot of sense that the workshops work that way. It's pretty cool.
It's just that, of course, there are things that there are limitations when it comes to the Zoom. Like, it is so hard to teach spontaneous improvisation in online, because how can you partner with, how can you do some spontaneous improvisation exercises with your partner wherein you need to hold physically your partner? Of course, there are limitations like that, but other than that, that's the most that's a reason why we have rehearsals. They need to put in hours of rehearsals before they can even in the old normal, they need to do rehearsals. My students, we are heavily rehearse based, wherein even in the old normal, students need to put in hours of rehearsal, and that it becomes a second nature to them before they can present it to me. And then after the critique, they still need to do some rework, applying the improvement points. Same thing with the online. They need to rehearse. They need to double their time simply because how can they present? How can they work on their scenes, their scene work, presenting it online? And yet, in a way, of course, teachers and coaches need to give them freedom in terms of choices. But I told my instructors, and of course, what I do is sometimes we don't have a choice, but to give them specific directions on how to put their camera so that we can see them. For example, in a scene where there's a confrontation scene, I need to tell the students that maybe it's better for you to start with a full shot using your door, so that I can believe you before the confrontation, something like that. So there's definitely a big adjustment for the actors. But since we're doing this since May, to my surprise, there are only 5% of the participants who didn't enroll, or let's say 3 to 5%, that they prefer the physical workshop. But the 80% are enjoying doing the online.
And the advantage too is like you're already in front of the camera. I mean,
you can see facial reaction right better too. Like you could see their face, how they react.
And to my surprise, it's more intimate. It's more intimate. And like last Thursday, I did my session with my master class, and we did the scene from the Netflix's film, the half of it, and wherein there's a kissing scene. of course, I'm just doing kissing scene when it comes to the advanced and to the master class, and of course if they are 18 and above, and of course it's just online. even practice they can do it. Surprisingly, we can even put, of course, in our technique we have creating emotional and sexual chemistry. So we applied it, and it was so fun because the two actors needs to kiss using the camera. Something like this. and we did a rework. Imagine, we did a rework for that. And I asked everybody in the class, okay, I want you to choose anybody from here, from your gadget, and we're gonna do the exercise of creating emotional chemistry. It was so fun. See, I think it's a matter of, I always tell in the orientation and to all actors, that regardless of whatever obstacle we have right now, the most important is on how you see the glass. Is it half empty or half full? I always see the glass half full rather than half empty. There's always a way if you want. If there's a will, there's a way.
Awesome.
Yeah. And,
for people go.
Sorry,
go ahead,
Scott. And for our teen talents out there, if Direct gives you a scene where you do have to kiss somebody, tell your folks what you're doing, because if they walk in on you while you're kissing your camera, that's gonna be a little awkward.
Yeah. Let them know. It's for the workshop.
Let them know.
It's for the workshop.
Yeah.
Who are you kissing? Who are you sending kisses to online? Who is that? For people just tuning in, hi everybody. This is Episode 97 of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. We're here with the director of Star Magic Workshops, Rahyan Carlos, and we're here with 3 members of Artist Movement Productions, and we're having a grand old time. Yumi, hi, how are you? Welcome to the show. Glizzy Gladiator, what's going on? How are you? Hollywood, California. Good morning, Scott. How are you? Canadian Tonality says, congratulations to Ariel Fina at Wacopa.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
And,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, she did very well. All right, so thank you guys all for tuning in. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do we're going to do the quick ad break, and then we're going to come back and chat a little bit more. Sounds good. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown was brought to you by some very important people. They are, of course, our advertisers. And let's meet them, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to find out what your home is really worth? Are you buying or selling a home? Well then, Jennifer C., Realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever, conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. Jerry over at Jewelry Forever is an absolute artist. If you have a vision for something that you want created in jewelry form, he is the guy to do it. And we've got an amazing deal worked out with them right now. If you tell them Scott and Regine sent you, you get 15% off. 15% off your purchase. An incredible deal. Head on over there. The store is open with COVID-19 safety measures in place. And you can find out more at jewelryforever.ca. Thank you very much, Jewelry Forever. And also a note on Jewelry Forever, because we have our 100th episode coming up, stay tuned. I'm going to be giving some information soon about a giveaway coming from Jewelry Forever, just for our listeners. So make sure you keep your eye on that. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy. Send us an email at radioshowad@gmail.com. We do the ads live every week. What does that mean? It means that you can personalize the ads week to week. Do you have a sale? Do you have an event coming up? Well, you can let us know, and we can let your potential client base know in real time. It's an amazing way to build a brand new relationship with a potentially brand new audience. And it's just a great way to connect with a new group of people. So much new customers coming your way. Get in touch. radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, and Regine says, can't wait for the giveaway. Yes, Regine, I'm very excited as well, actually. It's a very nice... You guys are going to like it. You guys make sure you tune in, and we'll announce it also on Instagram and all that stuff. But stuff to win, everybody. It's going to be very, very good. Thank you very much, Jewelry Forever, for donating that lovely prize. Okay, so hey guys, welcome back. We are here with the director of Star Magic Workshops, Rahyan Carlos, and Artist Music Productions, Ariel, Rochelle, and Challen. So actually, Ryan, I wanted to ask, just because you're the first person I've been introducing who's in the Philippines, what has it been like? What has the pandemic been like in the Philippines? Because everyone we've spoken to has been experiencing it either in Canada or in the U.S. and I guess in the UK. But how's it been like dealing with it over there?
Yeah, here since the mid-March, we are on quarantine, and it's kind of strict here in the Philippines, where we have something like more than 200,000 cases already of COVID, but but there's a low rate of death, and those recuperating or are on a bigger percentage. So uh, you cannot go outside of, of your house without the mask and the face shield. You cannot enter any establishment here without, not just with a mask, but you need to have. It's also already a requirement. If you're gonna go to the mall or to any establishment, you need to have a face shield as well. So it's kind of tough here because most of our work are based online, based at home already, and even schools here. Like I never imagined, like here in my house, my wife is working in the living room. I have my workroom. I'm working here, and my daughter is doing an online class as well in her room. So just imagine that. So most people here are working, work from home. But right now we're on a general community quarantine where you can go out for as long as you have a mask and you have a face shield, and but you cannot go in a mall without a pass of that, because each municipality here in the Philippines, you need to get a pass that you are allowed to go outside. So it's kind of tough here, Scott. But we're doing okay now, since
Yeah.
it's a general community quarantine. Because here in my place, I live in Quezon City. I live in the heart of Metro Manila, and most of the cases are here in Metro Manila. Of course, you know that we have in the Philippines we have 7,000, more than 7,107 islands, and it's divided into three archipelagos. And Manila is the center. Metro Manila is the center of COVID. So, but of course, we have a lot of heroic stories of our frontliners, of people working hand in hand, and in Filipino we call that bayanihan, working hand in hand. Even during the pandemic times, most of my actors, or even me, uh, we had some hot meals for frontliners, wherein we cook in our own house, and somebody will just get and distribute that to the frontliners, to the nurses, to the doctors. So there are a lot of there are a lot of hero stories like that, and Filipinos, of course we are working hand in hand. That's why you call it bayanihan.
Awesome. Yeah, here we don't have they're not mandating face shields here, at least in Toronto. Actually, the cases just started spiking again this past week. They were going down. They seemed to be going down for a while, and then they started spiking again. But here you have to wear a mask if you go anywhere, inside anywhere. So outside you have to stay away from people, like you can't get close to them. And then if you go to any stores or any public places, you got to wear a mask, and indoor any buildings. But yeah, and I assume what about the film industry there? Has everything, has production all sort of stopped, or how is it?
Yeah.
How is it?
We're just right now. We're just starting to film again, but with a very strict protocol. Everybody needs to follow all the protocols. So we have as the guideline. There is a Film Development Council of the Philippines, who leads in terms of the protocol. So every producer, every network, even in the advertising and all that, or even in the events sector, they need to follow those protocols. And it's kind of hard because I saw some production production houses were in during the time that they did that they do the filming last June. Most of them are wearing PPEs, and it I cannot imagine because it's so hot wearing all those
Yeah.
all those protective gears. But like right now, even me, we I just finished a script, and it's about COVID. It's a drama experimental. It's kind of dark, and with my producers pushing me, I'm always telling them that we just need to wait, and we really need to study all the precautionary measures and protocols, because some of the productions here already had, when they resumed work after quite some time, there are positive cases of COVID. So you really need to there's strict protocols we're in. For example, like right now, one of my teachers, Carla Martinez, is in. If you happen to be an actor, you don't have a choice, but the production will put you into a lock-in method, wherein 14 for at least 2 weeks you need to quarantine yourself, and then before you get to enter into the location, you need to do some swabbing tests first, and then you will be put in a hotel or in an apartel, and then wait for the result. And then once you're okay, then they're gonna put you into the location and then start filming. And of course now it's so strict that there's an 8-hour to 12-hour working time. So that requires the producer. It will be an added the costs, everything, even those swabbing and all that. And then after
course,
that,
yeah.
even after the shooting or taping, you need to do some swabbing again before you can get out of the location, something like that. But we're surviving. Of course. Right now, what's new here is, of course, the cinemas are badly hit because they're closed. They just opened one in Pampanga, one of the biggest mall in Pampanga, the SM Pampanga, and the SM Mall of Asia. They opened the drive-in cinema. I don't know if you have it there, the drive-in cinema. So that, of course, there's a lot of people going on there. Since for experience, they want to experience those drive-in cinemas. But right now, of course, everybody's close in terms of the cinemas here as well.
Cool. Yeah, it's pretty similar in terms of the film industry here, because everything shut off immediately, completely in March, and then there was nothing for months, and now things have started to open up again. So I've been on a couple sets, but yeah, I mean, there's just a lot more you have to go through. I had to get a test before I could be on set, and then they basically try to create like a bubble.
So Scott,
right?
What is your test, Scott? What did they do to you? Is it a swabbing as well, or a rapid test of getting blood?
It wasn't a blood test. They stuck the thing up my nose and twisted
that
around.
Is what you call the swab
feels,
test.
Yeah. It's a little uncomfortable. 5 seconds of discomfort, and then on set, obviously everybody is different sets have done it differently. But like I had some sets where the makeup artists are all wearing face shields. All the crew are wearing masks, and then also only certain crew are allowed to go close to the actors. And then if you're not in that approved zone, you got to stay outside. So, yeah, there are just a lot more logistical things that you gotta think about. So, but it's slowly coming back, and that's why actually a lot of my friends who are actors, I mean, because even though some stuff's starting to open, a lot of things aren't, and so there's a lot less work, and so I'm finding a lot more actors are just taking this time to brush up on their skills, and many of them are actually turning to online workshops, which is what you guys are here for.
And I think that's the best time. That's the best time to take the opportunity to learn, while you're in quarantine or while there's not enough work out there, at least hone your talent through workshops.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, everybody, this is episode 97 of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, and we're here with the director of Star Magic Workshops and 3 members of A.M.P or Artist Movement Productions. Zach Attack, how are you? Yeah, he was asking what A.M.P stands for. I think he just got here. Artist Movement Productions, and they're running a very really, really cool partnership with Star Magic that's allowing people access to some really, really great online training for acting. And it's pretty amazing. Canadian Tonality says, great job, Star Magic, A.M.P Canada. All the best to you all on this awesome project. I agree. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of people. And once again, people who are interested, make sure check out tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a free orientation. Find their Facebook page and get the information there. Well, let's hear from our other 3 guests. Challen, I wanted to compliment your streaming setup. I see the lights. It's do you do a lot of live streaming and stuff, or what's your or no? Do you have a podcast or a host, right?
There's a few that's in the pipeline. So you might as well get it ready before, instead of doing it last minute, right? So no, this is how I live. This is
this is my lighting. Yeah.
This is my lighting.
Well, I must notice we both have kind of like the red and blue kind of business going on either side. I don't know if you can see that online.
It's the cool 80s colors. The pinks and the blues make purples. It's awesome.
It's the thing. Well, just because we've been doing the show online now basically since the pandemic started, right? But most guests we have on, it's usually, most people don't have the whole setup. And so when I notice a guest come on who has they've got the headphones, they've got the mic, they've got it all, I always want to be like, looks good.
I'm a little bit of a techie nerd, so it's like, my audio's off. You got to improve this. Got to watch the hair lighting, the key lights, the blah 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 blah.
The microphone. Yeah.
It's my day job's a chef, right? So my attention to detail, it's like I'm very ADD about it. Like with Rochelle and Direct, right? I love their bokeh. You see that?
Oh, Direct, you got the background like mine, blurred out. Yeah.
Looks.
And then with Ariel, I'm hating his use of the vertical. Like.
I have natural lighting. I have natural lighting.
I mean,
that's true. That's
horizontal, man. Like.
Well, we were trying to fix that.
It, right?
We were trying to fix it when he first called in, it was vertical, and then but when I got him to turn the phone, but for some reason it wasn't it's supposed to just click to landscape, but it didn't. So we zoomed in a little, so it works. But
looks like he's
So Ariel just wants to be intimate. Extreme close up with us.
Exactly. We made it work. We made it work.
For film and television. So this is like an example of how to act in front of the camera.
Yeah, but like Direct said, this is too romantic.
Well, we're going to be
working on my
scene soon,
emotional
guys.
abs, emotional abs, as Direct Rahyan Carlos would say.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, it looks good. What was I going to ask? I lost it anyway. But so
I want to reinforce. Not only do we have acting for kids, teens, and adults, we also have the vocals, voice, and conversational Tagalog. So, just to reinforce, Direct Rahyan Carlos, he has a coach who's teaching Tagalog now, and the coach is also the trainer and coach for Catriona Gray's conversational Tagalog. For dance, we have Nesh, and she's also not only part of the roster, but part of the choreography for Maha Salvador when she goes on world concerts and tours. So these are not only renowned coaches and teachers for artists who are already well established and known within the industry, you'll get to meet them, ask them personal questions in regards to the industry, the process, and the workshop.
So, and let's keep the questions away from what's Katrina Gray Miss Universe really like? Like, let's avoid those questions.
The people want to know. Yeah. Well,
The people want to know.
But,
Okay, but how about Tagalog?
Yeah. Conversational Tagalog. I would definitely benefit from that. Because, we were talking a little bit before the show. Like, I wish I spoke Tagalog, but again, because, I'm half Filipino, but I born and raised in Canada, and my parents, they spoke English to each other growing up, because my dad doesn't speak
So your
Tagalog.
parents are from where here, Scott? Your parents
my
are
mom's from
where
Manila.
in the Philippines?
My mom is from
From
Manila.
Manila.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then her whole family came over to Canada when she was, I believe, 14 years old. And then,
Okay.
and she met my dad when she was here, and that was the rest is history. Here I am today.
Have you been in the Philippines, Scott? Have you been here in the Philippines?
I haven't. No, I would love to go one day, but I haven't had the opportunity to go yet. Actually, I almost had an opportunity to go. Years ago, I actually was in a pageant. I won a Mr. Philippines pageant. And part of the prize,
Wow.
yeah, it was nice. But one of the part of the prize was supposed to be, it was supposed to be a trip to the Philippines, and then right after the competition, something happened with the sponsorship, like it fell through, so I never got my prize. Otherwise, I would have been able to go.
no.
But the point is, you won.
I did win. Yes.
Yeah. So
And
at
actually-
least
Wow.
Yeah.
So at
And
least
actually, the
that's
coolest
a
part.
prize.
Yeah, exactly. And the coolest part was, so you know how like in a pageant, in fact, I know Rochelle, you've competed in pageant, right?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah, I did.
So,
yeah.
so every year, right, they crown a new person, right? So it's like when you kind of have to pass your crown on to the next person. But in my case, they got rid of the Mr. segment of the pageant. So I never had to give away my crown. So
Wow.
I'm still reigning. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
It's good.
You get
Yeah,
Mr.
so anyway, no,
Philippines forever.
So you don't get a physical
Forever.
crown. You get a sash.
no, that's the other thing. Yeah, I got a sash. Yeah, that's the thing. The Misters, they didn't give the Misters. The Misters didn't get any crowns. I just got a sash. So, but
I think the
Symbolically.
Mr. should get like a belt, like a
yeah,
Like the
like a wrestling belt.
WWE.
Yeah, like a big metal one. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
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 I would never give up my belt. Well, they'd have to wrestle me for it, I guess. But I
Oh.
won't give it up.
Well, you don't have to because you're by default.
Yeah,
forever
exactly.
Mr. Philippines.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't even have to worry about it. But it was good. So you guys started Artist Movement Productions, and now this new part is starting. So what was your idea? Came from your daughter, right, Ariel? That's where it started.
Yeah, it inspired me, not only to help those who may not be as proactive, or even if you were proactive, oftentimes many opinions, many academies, many teachers, schools, you need direction, you need advice. Even as proactive as I was, I had to go through so many teachers for acting, so many teachers for vocals. And then, even when we did a concert for Ariel, it was like, I didn't know where to start, who to reach out to. Not only does A.M.P provide the training, now with partnership with Director Rahyan Carlos, you have the expertise. As you guys know, Challen, he's well versed with the industry, and he did the comedy before in the past. He's in social media. He's like the marketing, the tech guy for us. Rochelle is the legal for us. She takes care of all the stuff behind the scenes, administration, and the legalities of the whole process. And I thought to myself, what if we could give back to the community? What if it could be someone who wanted to become a singer, a dancer, an actress, or even just learn Tagalog but didn't know where to go? This could be a one-stop shop for anything performing arts. And now with the collaboration with Star Magic, it's a one-stop shop for that. And eventually it'll grow. It's just the first phase, and we're just getting ready to start and amped up to get it going.
Yeah, and to add to what Ariel's saying, it's like there's a lot of training places, but there isn't one here that's tied to a TV station or a movie production house. Star Magic is. That's the benefit. Like, you can go to your local performance art school here, but are they attached to a TV station? No. But Star Magic is, and that's ABS-CBN. So when you're auditioning, guess who they're gonna pick first? One of their own, obviously. Mm-hmm. So that's what happens when you so then you get certified. So that's an added benefit.
And we want to reinforce.
Yeah.
And maybe Director Rahyan Carlos, if you could reinforce that ABS-CBN is not no longer active on free TV, but is active online and other social media platforms. Director Ryan, maybe if you could just reinforce that.
Yeah, definitely. Like what I've been telling everybody since the network doesn't have the chance to renew their franchise here in the Philippines, but it's only free TV. The entire network of ABS-CBN is now transitioning everything online and digital. And I think of all the networks here in the Philippines, ABS-CBN is the first to transition online. So they can check the Kapamilya channel, they can check the iwantTV.com, they can even check the Facebook of ABS-CBN. So, and ever since, even the pandemic times, we didn't stop training. We didn't stop doing, putting all our shows online. So it definitely, I just want this to be cleared, especially there in Canada, that ABS-CBN is not dead because we don't have any franchise. It's just the free TV. I just want to clear that up. But we're all active online, and they can check our official website, Star Magic Workshops or Star Magic, and either Instagram or Facebook. They can always counter check it over online, and we're very active ever since.
I guess in a lot of ways that actually, going digital is the future of entertainment.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, right?
For sure.
I could say the majority of my viewing is all streaming. It's either Netflix or YouTube or Amazon Prime or when I go to my parents' house, ABS-CBN, my parents' house. So there you go. So yeah, there you go, everybody. It's still there, and the Star Magic Workshop kind of puts you a step in that same pipeline, right? It's a good way to connect on there. So that's it's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So Ryan, how did you start? What got you into the world of film?
Okay, it's kind of odd because before I wanted to become a doctor, so I studied in my college years. I took up physical therapy first, and then eventually shifted to creative writing in Filipino, and then suddenly I had this radical change wherein I want to write. But ever since when I had that urge to write, it was specific. I want to write for script writing, for soap operas, for movies. Then when I get there, I started out as a writer for television, for children's shows, and some Filipinos, maybe they know, I started writing for Mother Studio Presents. They know that. And some children's shows like Sineskwela, Hiraya Manawari, those are popular TV children's shows here before. And then being a director, I really don't want to become a director before. Then there's this director who keeps on bugging me to be his assistant director, and is such a friend. One of the pillars of comedy here, Luciano Carlos, and I think in his lifetime, he's done some 102 films. And the only reason why I became a director, because in one of our production, he went to before the production. He went to the States. He went to Las Vegas, and unfortunately, he passed there. And I don't have a choice but to sit on his behalf. So literally, that was given to me. And during the production, that was 2000. 2002 was my first year to be a director, and I was doing a telemovie. And during that time, it's not yet digital. It's still OV van with multiple cameras. I don't know if you know that. And most of those are tapes yet. And I was one of the youngest directors then, but I don't have a choice but to step up. And I remember when I was crying during my first experience as a director, because my director is having a funeral in one of the known studio here, old studio here, Sampaguita Pictures. And what I did was, during the break, all the actors and the crew. We visited and we pay respect to our beloved director, and that's how I became a director, by accident.
Wow.
But I learned how to love the craft, and most of my known films here in the Philippines are in the horror genre. I love horror.
Cool.
Me too.
Yeah, before. But of course, I always tell producers that, hey, I can do rom-com, I can do drama, but if you're in the genre wherein your film had a blockbuster, in a way, it's a kind of a system where you've been typecast in that genre. But other than that, ever since 2002, I started writing when it's 1996, 1997. But I started working as a director ever since 2002, and I love working in the industry. It's a bittersweet experience. And you know that, Scott, because you're an actor. Even though it's so fucking hard to work in this kind of business, wherein you need to audition, but once you work in a project, there's a different feel of an achievement where I kind of love this job.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially if you're such a creative person, and you know that you have a spot here because you have such a talent. And I always tell students and actors that it's just not mere talent, because talent is as cheap as a table salt if you will not hone it. So it keeps on acting as a lifestyle of learning. The acting during the 60s and the 70s are different in their era. And now, like for example, nowadays, like with all these streaming devices, most of my time are consumed by watching streaming. Not only Netflix's, since I have a NordVPN here in the Philippines. I had fun watching the recent series of HBO Max, which is, have you seen Raised by Wolves? It's by Travis Fimmel. It's so great.
No.
Yeah, it's so great. Wherein It was created and directed by Ridley Scott. So
okay.
the one who did Gladiator and all that. It was so amazing because I find it very, very interesting. It's just the plot is just what if Android can raise human beings in another planet. It's
Cool.
kind of amazing, and I think
I'm watching that right now.
Napanood mo- have you seen that?
Yeah, it's a bunch of kids with the androids.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. They're. It's raised
Sci-fi.
by wolves by
Raised by
yeah,
wolves.
sci-fi by. But it was so interesting. It's even the production was very, very excellent. But bottom line of this is, and I think that after this pandemic, we will have a lot of great stories to tell. I believe that, and I think that for creative people, this is not a boring time for you now. That especially that you're just in the comfort of your houses, but here's the time for you to do something else. Not just doing workshops. You can write. You can train yourself, and you can prepare to do something. I think that is bigger if you're the type of person that is very hopeful and that is positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We've had a lot of artists. I mean, we bring on different artists every week, and that's one thing that the pandemic has done for many is exactly that. Is they're finding themselves with this time and these limitations on things that they couldn't do before, and many of them they're writing something or making music or starting some other way of becoming creative, right? Because it's forcing people into different outlets that they weren't considering before. So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, piggybacking on what Rahyan Carlos was talking about, Travis Fimmel was actually one of the not only mentored by Ivana Chabak, and a few other well-known stars like Halle Berry, Charlize Theron. Director Rahyan Carlos is the only Filipino certified in the Chabak technique. So just wanted to reinforce that and give a shout out.
Since you're an actor, Scott, try to get that book, The Power of the Actor by Ivana Chabak, and that will really help you a lot.
cool. The power of the
Actually,
awesome, I will.
if Scott signs up, Rochelle, I think we have a book for him.
Yeah, we do
Ah.
actually. Yeah, we do. I'll send you
Alright,
one.
cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Very cool.
That's good.
Awesome. The power.
And
of
if you have any question, about the technique, just message me over Facebook or Instagram. I will be glad to share.
Very cool. And once again, everybody, there is an orientation, a free orientation tonight for anybody who's interested in being part of this this online Star Magic Workshop. Find the link in the description, everybody. Is for the Facebook page, and you can get in touch with them there and get the link. But it's a great opportunity to get started in this industry, or if you're in the industry and want to hone your skills, or learn conversational Tagalog. Do that as well.
Shalin, what's
Very
our Instagram and Facebook? If you could.
It's A.M.P _, workshops in Instagram. And in Facebook, it's workshops dash A.M.P ed. But we're gonna have it all put up. Yeah, I think it's gonna get lost if we say it verbally anyway. Like when I give out phone numbers, I don't say blah 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 blah. No, I'm gonna text it to you because when you say it verbally, that's.
Yeah,
That's
I
the way
think let me check. I've got the link to the Instagram and the Facebook, and I've also got the email in the description as well.
Yes.
Workshops at amp-ed.com. So it's all down there, everybody. Click
Okay.
down below for more information, and click like on this video while you're at it if you're enjoying the show. We've been going for an hour and a half, everybody. It's pretty good episode, actually. Went by pretty quick. Do you guys have any final thoughts? Anything we'd like to say before we start to say goodbye here?
Yeah. So I've been learning through osmosis from Direct and like in my partners. And what I learned was if there's a lot of people that tell me like, oh, I have no talent. Oh, I've got problems and stuff. I'm like, use it. Those are the things that make you become a better performer. If you're very happy-go-lucky, that you have nothing to draw from. But if you've come from like depression and you've got problems in at home and stuff, use that energy and you will become a better performer. And I'm like, oh, okay, I've got a lot of pain, and that's where you'll learn from here. Like Direct Ride will show you how to channel that. All those things that you thought were negative can be turned into a positive. A lot of your best actors have come from bad backgrounds and they've won Oscars, right? Am I right, Direct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that because I've been getting a lot of people going, oh, I have no this, I've got this problem. Like, no, use that.
Yeah. We could start as early as 6 years old and as old as 80 years old. There's no age limit going up. Boys, girls, doesn't matter age. And in regards to the workshops, again, I want to reinforce introductory acting for kids, teens, adults. We've got voice, dance, and conversational Tagalog. If you want to do all three, all four, we're open to flex our schedule accordingly. And so if you'd like to sign up, you want to get the free orientation, sign up for the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And looking forward to seeing you all. Rochelle? Anything you want to
I think
add?
you guys have said it all. So just looking forward to many faces tonight. So just sign up. Our link is on our Facebook page. Sign up to our forum, and we will send you a Zoom login info. It will be a Zoom, obviously, because we're in the pandemic. So yeah, it'll be in a Zoom call. So you'll get your password and everything after you sign up. So sign up, and hope to see you guys all tonight.
Very cool. Ryan, any final thoughts? Yeah.
I'm just excited to teach. It's as if it's my first time to teach again. I'm just excited. Yeah, looking forward. And thank you for having us. Nice to meet you, Scott.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys. Thank you guys for being here. And people, sign up. It's a great opportunity to work with some.
I have a question, Scott.
Yeah.
What's that cup you've been drinking since the beginning of the show?
Oh, I always start my day with a nice Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey. I see. Okay.
Yeah. I used to drink coffee. I actually love coffee, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't sit so great with me, so I had to switch to tea.
You're desensitized to the caffeine?
Yeah, I don't know if it was that. It was more just I always felt like
Lactose?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a lactose. It was like just bloated. I don't know. It wasn't good. I had to switch. So could be
It
lactose.
relaxes
Yeah.
you
I mean,
more, I guess. The Earl Grey kind of
the tea.
gets in you in that vibe, you know.
Exactly.
As opposed to keep getting
you
you wired, right?
Yeah, I mentioned
that's
because when I
true
said
too,
sangria earlier, Scott's ears like perked up. Like
Sangria.
More sense.
Oh, well.
sangria.
Yeah.
Give me a shot of that.
I just
Somebody
want
say sangria.
to quickly say thank you to Direct Rahyan Carlos. I know it's late up there. It's 12:30
It's okay.
at night.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you making the time for us. And in about 7.5 hours, you'll be back on to this call. So,
Yeah, that's right.
we appreciate you staying up.
Shot.
It's okay. I'm wide awake.
I know you probably won't be going to sleep. I know you got some work done, some things to do. I think you're writing a script or doing something in regards to production. So we appreciate you being on the call.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you as well.
Thanks, Direct.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. You could have gone to any website in the world. You could have been on any video. You could have been watching anything. But you chose to tune in and share your Sunday morning or Sunday evening with us. So thank you guys for tuning in. Canadian Tonality says, I believe that Canada has a lot of hidden talents out there. We won't run out of them ever. I agree, Canadian Tonality.
Sure.
And maybe we can
Sure, we're
discover
looking
some of them.
forward to
exactly.
Yeah.
They're looking for
Join
them right
us
here
tonight,
in this
8
workshop.
p.m.
That's right. Tune in, everybody. Oh, the Devon family tunes in as well. Hey, Devon. Or Devon, sorry. I think it's Devon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Guys, we'll see you all next week on The Sit Down. Find out more about these workshops, the Star Magic Workshops, in cooperation with Artist Movement Productions. Link in description. You can sign up and be part of it. And guys, thank you so much for being here. This was a lot of fun. The hour and a half shot by,
thank you.
which was great. And
Thank you.
we'll see you all
Scott.
next week, everybody. Yep. See ya. Bye.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
Have a good day. Have a good day, guys.
You too. See ya.